Um, I heard an opinion, uh, something someone believed. They did believe it, that it's is that whether it's, and these are base, right? There could be more. There are more. Utilitarianism, which is let's make the most happiness, right? Um, or hedonism, which is let's get the most pleasure we can. Or Plato, or sorry, not Plato. Um, just Stoicism, right? That means basically just becoming as good as we can. Um, that if you, even the different shades, even people's individual opinions, that if you boil down to the logic of it, well, why should I be happy? Like for example, utilitarianism, right? Most happiness. That's great, right? Well, what about going? Thinking of if I want to say it. Yeah, I do. What about going to the hospital? Like let's say utilitarian, making the most happiness for a lot of people. What about some people that really need organs? And there are people that could live with only one. And those people are 10-year-olds. These people are 90. Their organ's good, and they could give that organ to them and still live. And we get way more happiness in the world because those kids get to live their whole lives, and these old people get to live the remainder of their lives. Now you have an issue of, practically speaking, no one would go to a hospital if that was legal, so that wouldn't be a utilitarian happiness thing, unless you could figure out a way to do some sort of mass delusion, right, to where that isn't happening. But, but, um, what was it? Yes, that's an example of someone would say, because no one would, I'm not saying no, people generally would not, and philosophers would not want that outcome and would say, well, I have this, but I would say except for that. That's a logical fallacy in your ethic, right? I've talked about, you have your your axiom, which is your morality, which is, could be many things. Goodness, it could be uh, pleasure, it could be, and I believe it should be pleasure. I'm wondering if should is right there. It should be pleasure if happiness is not attainable. Then happiness, um, morality, right? Of for yourself, for all of those. Um, and then also, I'm not going to expound on that. Also, yes, I just don't believe that that's true. Meaning, you see a diversion from the morality, right? Of it's more of like an emotional, intuitive. I'm not willing to accept that, right? What they're saying is that there needs to be an intuitive, fair outcome for all people, right? As a part of their morality, right? So people say, it's weird we accept all philosophies are. It's weird that we. Sorry, correction, I miswrote that. We accept all philosophies are logical if you dig deep enough, if trying to be 100 consistent logically within the ethical system. And I would say that that's, whenever that happens, like I described utilitarianism, right? That would be the thing that produces most happiness. That there's something fundamentally in the morality, and I believe by faith, objective morality, that we don't know yet. That's what that is. It's not being illogical because they would just accept that if they were a utilitarian.